Hey guys, welcome back to Resilience and Trauma Fitness, where we talk about um, um, mental health and PTSD for first responders in the fire service, police, and our military veterans. Um, but with background in fire service, that's where I'm at, and that's where we're gonna be. So yeah, kind of getting new at this, get things started. Um, as you can see, kind of just putting together a little studio. We're under construction and all that stuff, but wanted to get some content out there for people who are interested in this kind of topic. And maybe you've got a lot of experience, and maybe you've got a lot of experience dealing with this kind of stuff too. And that's all really important. That's something you can add value. Um, would love to hear from you and share your stories. Um, and so that's going to happen. We've got that. We've got also a couple of topics tonight about um, just some tools in the toolbox kind of things. Just give you a little bit about me. First of all, who am I? I'm 26-year veteran of the fire service and done a lot of other things in addition to that. But got my own story, just like all of you, and would love to hear some of that sometime. And you'll hear more of my story as well. Um, but kind of like just to be real, authentic, take the mask off kind of stuff is, like what's it like really, working on the streets and what's it like kind of taking that stuff home with you to your family. And it can be rough. It can be rough. Um, it can be hell. So, we don't want to sugarcoat anything around here. We also don't want to paint a totally bleak picture because, there's some great resources. There's some great hope. There's some great stuff out there for you to latch on to. But let's just talk about a few things, just general topics. First of all, I have to thank some of my brothers that I worked with. One in particular, I won't mention him by name, but I do appreciate him kind of reaching out to me, letting me know that maybe some of the things that I was going through were things that other guys gone through and they had gotten help like he had at the IAFF Center of Excellence, or what we affectionately call it, COE. It's also called quite a few other things that we'll go into, but that's kind of the gist of it right there. So the IAFF is the International Association of Firefighters. They're the kind of the premier organization and labor organization of firefighters, and and they represent firefighter and their elected representatives um, serve the members at the union locals, and anyway, the main body of the IFF put together a center of excellence on the East Coast. It's in Maryland. It's been there since 2016 or something like that. Um, and they treat firefighters. It's a residential inpatient facility, and there's a lot of guys and gals that have gone there that were represented by IFF, and it's limited to those members. And they've got a lot of treatment, a lot of help, and they work with both substance abuse and mental health issues for firefighters. So I come to you as kind of, having experienced that. I can tell you that it works if you work it. And so there's a lot of great things I could share about that. And better than just hearing it from me, we will have guests on here. We will be talking a lot about some of the difficulties of some of that stuff, some of the things that we've been through, but also we'll go through some of the the great hope and the great the things that kind of help us to get to resilience, and the kind of things that we've experienced and that are helpful, and that other guys have experienced, and treatment modalities and things like that. And so you're especially talking to well, we'll be talking to some of the bright minds in the fire service, guys that are paramedics, guys that know their stuff, guys that have been kind of around the block a couple times, that are pretty wise in what they're talking about and the things that they know. But by and large, they've all had experience with difficulties, stuff, and they're not the kind of guys, at least the guys that I want to bring on. They're not the kind of guys that will, just kind of sweep it on the rug and like, hey, like just, keep up, appearances, things like that. That's that only lasts for so long, and sometimes it works really well if you can keep that up. But having kind of gone around the block a couple times on some things like this, I can tell you that that is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to keep that stuff up. And so, without further ado, let me just go into a couple things that I've wanted to mention. Some of the things of resilience that have been helpful for a lot of people. Things like praying. Some people with faith love to pray. Take some quiet time. Go for a walk. It can be meditation, and there's different ways to. I've got this thing that's making the camera go back and forth. I'm going to have to lose that. That is not working very well. Okay, so early on in this, in our production phases, you'll see that things are going to be changing, and so that's one of them. So I'll try to stop moving so much, but yeah, meditation is really helpful, and relaxation techniques. Breathing techniques. See, some of these are things that you learn. You never heard of this stuff before. You learn these things, and it is really helpful. And you go through these with your brothers, and it's very helpful. So, another thing that they also do at the center is they can use of medications. So medication is used. And they do all different kinds, and it works for some people, and it doesn't work for some others. And there's no stigma. It's like it is what it is. And but everybody goes through a detox procedure to kind of get everybody at the to where you're kind of ground zero and able to function without anything, and then you can go from there. So I think enough of COE and what that is and how that works. There's plenty of other really good methods of treatment. There's other centers. There's other places. That's the one that I'm familiar with. That's the one that's it's a pretty big one on the East Coast. One thing about that, though, some news is that they have some land in Southern California apparently, and they're working on another one for the West Coast. So brothers and sisters out there on the West Coast, hopefully we'll be getting some good news about all that. And I'm sure that everybody out there already knows about that, because word travels fast on the grapevine. So don't need to hear that here. But yeah, so that's good. That's good. So I just kind of wanted to keep it short tonight, and just let you know that there is help out there. There is hope. There is some great there's some great folks that would love to hear more about this. This is a topic that is that's kind of swept under the rug. Kind of like it's like, oh, no, we don't need to talk about that. Well, maybe we do. So especially given some of the current events, maybe. So stress may be getting a little bit higher. things maybe kind of going a little bit out of control somewhat. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Why don't you tune in? We're going to be doing some regular podcasts, probably on the live mode. We're going to have a live chat. We're going to have some guest speakers, and those guys and maybe some of those gals are going to be anonymous, and they probably will have their camera off. And I'm going to be hosting through that, and those are guys that I know, maybe some guys that I've worked with. We'll see how it goes, but we want to protect anonymity, and for anybody who needs that, who wants that. Yeah, I'm committed to this kind of health. It's difficult enough for all of us, and as we go forward, you're going to learn a little bit more of the history of me, and some of the reasons why I do this, why I have a passion for helping, and even when it's like you're 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 a broken toy, and you can't play anymore, stuff like that. It's helpful to be able to do something to give back to the community that gave me so much, gave me a great career. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to seeing some faces, or at least some people on audio that we can talk to. And finally, I did want to shout out to the IFF Center of Excellence. A couple of the people that a couple of the clinicians that I know there that we've talked to are going to come on, and also the director. He told me that he wanted to come on, so we'll eventually get him on too. And but anyway, be safe out there. Do your best to just be yourself. And anyway, we'll see you out there. Thanks a lot for watching.